I guess now it's time for me to give up. I think it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Oh yeah. Got a fist of pure emotion. Got a head of shattered dreams. Gotta leave it all behind now. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. Want you back. I want you back for good. Unaware but underlined, I figured out the story. No, it wasn't good. No. But in a corner of my mind, I celebrated glory. But that was not to be. In the twist of separation, you excelled at being free. Can't you find a little room inside for me? Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. See, I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. I want you back for good. And we'll be together. This time is forever. We'll be fighting and forever we will be. So complete in our love, we will never be uncovered again. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back for good. Whatever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. See, I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, I'll tell you. I just want you back for good. Want you back. I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, I'll tell you. I want you back, I want you back. You see, I want you back for good. Oh, yeah. I guess.
Hello everyone. Let me see some time.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening from Ghana. Good evening from South Africa. Good evening from Nigeria. Good evening from wherever you find yourself. We welcome all of you to today's meeting. I'm most grateful to have all of you on this call today. I'm super excited. Welcome all of you here. We assure you nothing but the very best today. So if you are here and you can hear the sound of my voice, please drop something in the chat box. Our friends on Facebook, our friends on Zoom, drop something in the chat box as we welcome all of you. Let us know your name and where you are joining us from right now. Please let us know and where you are joining us from right now. Please, please drop your name in the chat box. Let us know your name and where you are joining us from. Okay, so let's get a comment coming. Let's get a comment coming right now. We want to know your name and where you're joining us from. So let me just quickly read. Okay, so we get a comment coming in, All right. Thank you all for joining us today. Today, we have a special guest in our mix. Today being the first season, the first episode of Scale Up. Last week, we did the launching of this program, which is going to run for several weeks on Long Reach TV network. We also want to welcome all our friends on Facebook. You are very welcome. My name is The Revolutionist, and we have on this call a special guest. I will introduce her in the course of the program, but as we told you earlier on, she is on the call and we are most grateful. So I'm going to make today's lecture very brief in 10 minutes. Then we hear from our topmost leader and also Mama Africa. I'll introduce her very soon. Let us go straight to the point. Okay, so today we're hosting Mama Titi, and today we are going to talk about practical qualities of a good leader. Practical qualities of a good leader. So I want to put something right in your mind. Leadership is action and not position. And through one person's action, today, most of us have been liberated. Through just one person's action, so many things are being achieved in this world. Through one person's action, we see so many things across the world. And we want to say today that leadership is an action and not a position one holds. And we are glad to have somebody who have taken an action, and today it is replicating all over. At the end of today's meeting, there are 5 main objectives we seek to achieve, that we will all understand who a leader is. Then we go straight forward to look at skills of an effective leader. Then we want to talk about why leaders must scale up their skills. Then we will go ahead and look at some qualities of a good leader. Then we will talk about practical examples of a good leader and the outcome of these qualities. We'll look at the case of Mama Africa, and she is right here in our mix. Now, who is a leader? Who is a leader? A leader is anybody who gives lead to people. Some people may be thinking that a leader is somebody who just gives instructions. Tonight, I want to challenge you. I want to change your mindset that a leader is somebody who gives lead. Number 2, a leader gives guidance. You guide people to a particular destination. Then you give direction. Let's pass left. Let's not go right. Let's go forward. Let's not go back. Hey, let's hold on. There is something ahead of us we need to take care of. Now, another thing that defines a leader is somebody who influences decisions, who influence an action. Then another thing is somebody who inspires. Anybody who inspires others is a leader. And anyone who motivates others to do something willingly, not that you force the people to do what they don't want to do. I don't call that leadership. If you motivate people to do something willingly, then you are a leader. Therefore, I put down there that leadership, therefore, is interpersonal influence directed towards the achievement of a common goal or objective of a group or organization. So your influence is not towards your personal objectives. It's not geared towards your selfish ambitions. It's not geared towards your personal goals of what you want to achieve. No, no, no. Leadership is a skill that influence others towards the achievement of a common goal for everybody. Basically, this is leadership. Now let's look at some 3 key skills of an effective leader. Now, guys, by the end of today's seminar, you are going to see that the personality who is going to share practically these skills have all these that defines her as a leader. She will never force you to do something, but just by looking at her, you will be inspired to do what you have to do. Now, 3 skills of an effective leader. You must have the ability to give guidance and direction. If you don't have that ability, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't have the ability to guide and direct, you are not a leader. Your leadership can't be effective. Number 2, you must effectively utilize the skills, the knowledge, and the talent of others. Which others are we talking about here? Your team. No organization can grow without people. No way. It doesn't happen. No, no, no. It does not happen. So, to be an effective leader, you must utilize the skills, the knowledge, the talent of other people. That is the only way your leadership can grow and be inherited by generations upon generations. And finally, the third most important thing is you should be able to develop the knowledge, the skills, and the talent of other people. And one of them is what we are doing throughout this 25 plus weeks. We want to develop the knowledge, the skills, and talent of people. So you will notice that as we move along week by week, there will be other leaders who will be coming on board. There will be other leaders who will be anchoring the program. So I put down there as a keynote. Please don't go home without this keynote. Effective leadership increases the effectiveness of the organization by getting the best out of the team to achieve their common goal, not his or her goal. The moment your leadership skill is geared towards your personal ambitions, your personal objectives, you are wrong. No follower will follow your leadership. Your goal must be one that seeks the interest of everybody in your organization. How can you tell me to do something that will just give only you money and I will be suffering? No way. I will not be motivated to do it. But if what we are doing together, I follow your direction, I follow your guidance, and I'm also going to have a piece of the cake, then of course, I'm going to do it. Now, the next thing I want us to look at is why the need for leaders to scale up. Why must you scale up? Guys, this is something very, very, very crucial. The reason why as a leader, you must scale up is that the environment that our businesses operate in, it's not static. It is dynamic. We operate in a very dynamic environment. We operate in a very complex and continually changing environment. So therefore, it is not sufficient to keep the same strategy each and every day and just making little changes. Change is inevitable. And as a leader, the only way you can remain competitive is to scale up day by day. New business strategies keep developing. New business strategies keep coming up. And the most are based on these two strategies. Planned strategies. I plan that tomorrow I'm going to go to place A, or tomorrow I'm going to a particular market, or tomorrow I'm coming up with a new product. This is something you planned to do. And when we talk about emergent strategies, they are things that emerges as a result of environmental changes. So I put here, intended strategies are planned. They are often inspired by the leader. So as a leader, I go to bed, I dream, I get inspiration, I write it down, then I call my team and I say, hey, team, you know what? Next week, we are going to this market. You know what? 2 months from now, we are coming up with this event. You know what? 3 weeks from now, we want to come up with this project. What do you think? These are planned, and most often is inspired by the leader. And your followers are likely to implement these strategies successfully only if they own it, only if they accept it. If they don't own it, they cannot implement successfully. So therefore, I put down there that for your followers to be able to implement these strategies, they must be motivated and own it. This is where influence by a leader comes in. So if you are a leader and you can't influence your followers, your team, to buy into your planned, your intended strategies, then you will fail. Therefore, as a leader, you need to scale up so that you will be able to influence your team to buy into the strategy, to own the strategy. And that is why we have experts who have done it in the past, and they are here to share how they did it with us. Emergent strategies, on the other hand, are not usually inspired or developed by the leader. It is most often inspired or developed by the team. So, oh, sir, we agreed we are going to this market to go and do some market storming. But when we go there, the assembly members came. And when they came, they told us to stop everything we're doing. So what did your followers have to do? Should they stop the campaign and pack and go? No. It will only take one of your followers to say that, okay, hello, Honorable, how are you? You know what? We didn't know we have to get permits before we come and do this. But you know what we can do? We want to give you one pack of our products. For example, if it was to be long reach, this is a long reach power bank, for example. Honorable, I think your phone, you will need some power bank to be able to do charge your phone. Can we give you this one power bank so that you just use it? What is that follower doing? He's trying to buy the person who is trying to obstruct what they want to do. This is an emergent strategy. It wasn't planned for, but it emerged as a result. Let me give you another scenario. Your team went for a market storming. When they got there, people were not buying. Then they said, you know what? We have some products that may expire in 2 months' time, and we're here to sell it. Why don't we immediately run a promotion? Buy 3, get 1 free. It is a strategy intended to achieve the plan of making sales for that day. And I put there, it emerges from situations on the ground. So you get to the ground and things that we planned for didn't happen the way we planned to do it. So what do you have to do? Immediately, you need to re-strategize. A lot of people had a lot of plans last year, COVID. Who knew COVID was coming around February, March? Nobody planned for it, but it came. So what do? Are you still going to be traveling around to go and do your business? No, you need to change your plan. That is emergent strategies. I also mentioned that it's as a result, it's a strategy you use to respond to environmental changes that can affect your organization's strategy. So therefore, I put here that to successfully implement emergent strategies, it must be innovative. Come and see how last year companies are reconstituting their factories to now produce hand sanitizers. Beverage companies now producing hand sanitizers. Can you imagine? It is emergent strategy. And because it normally comes from your followers, it emerges from your followers, those who are on the ground, it is therefore necessary that as a leader, you shouldn't scale up alone. You must scale up with your team. So as you, the leader, you scale up, please, your team members must also scale up to take up leadership roles. So I put down here in conclusion, 10 qualities of a good leader. 1, you must lead by example. Please mute it, it's distracting. Mute it, please. 1, you must lead by example. As a leader, you tell your team members that we are going to South Africa to go and build long-range business. Then you tell them, take the lead, I will join you. Then you will stay back, and then you'll be asking them, send me feedback by WhatsApp, send me feedback by Facebook. What do you think your leaders will be thinking? As a leader, you tell your team, we are going for a program. You have printed branded t-shirts for all of them, only for you to come and you are in suits and dressed in a different way, and you say they should put on t-shirts. What do you mean by that? You lead by example. As a leader, you tell your team you should be doing presentations every week. Yes, so when they are even doing the presentations, you, the leader, you don't attend. That is not good example. You set the pace by setting the example. Number 2, communicate effectively. Please, effective communication is key in leadership. You have team members who are not, let's say they are impaired by hearing. They can't hear well. Yes, still you keep speaking to them all the time. You know they can't hear well. Why don't you put it in writing? You want people to do something, let's say 2 weeks time. What prevents you from telling them 2 weeks ahead of time? You wait a day to the day, then you are telling them. That is not effective communication. When you have meetings with your team, keep the meetings productive. If the meeting is 1 hour, keep it 1 hour. If the meeting is to start at 7, start at 7. If you're supposed to start at 6, start at 6. If you don't do that, your team members will not take you serious. You must also know your limits. Set limits. It's good to be nice, make your team members your family, make your employees your family, but hey, have a limit. As the saying goes, if you play with the dog will start licking your mouth. So you have to be careful and know your limit. You must find a mentor. And our speaker today doesn't know she is my mentor. I discovered her as a mentor this year. Before, I wasn't following her very serious. I've heard the name, I hear of her and all that. But this year, I took it serious. And she would tell you how I've been disturbing her for my business in Ghana here, for our Ghana market. It's because she inspires me. And I identify some traits in her that I realize that I have similar traits. One of them is that I never put myself first. Anybody I do business with will tell you, I seek for the interest of others even before I think of myself. And that character trait of her is what motivated me to find her as my mentor. She will tell you how I disturb her sometimes. When I have a problem with my business, she's the one I run to. Yes, she's the one I run to. And there have not been a single time where I've run to her and I've not gotten it solved. She's the type who doesn't want people to even know what she does for people. And that is what I want to be. I don't want you to know what I do for others. I'm not interested. And so what? I did it, and so what? I'm not interested. The glory should go to God. That is all I'm interested in. And that is why so find a mentor. Find a mentor. Learn from your past. Your past mistakes should not be regretted. Rather, base on it and build tomorrow. Never stop improving yourself. Education has no end. So never stop improving yourself. Motivate and empower other people. Take responsibilities, and please accept feedback generously. Accept feedback generously. Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, I want to thank you so much for being on this short training today. I believe it has been impactful. I believe you got value. If you got value from the training that we just did, please drop in the chat box value. Just drop in the chat box for me value. I just want to see that in the chat box value. Just drop in the chat box for me value. That is all I want to see in the chat box. Drop in the chat box value. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I really appreciate. Before we take our speaker, our special guest, our mama, the mama of all mamas, I would want you to take this video from our sponsors. I need you to watch this video from our sponsors. So before mama comes in, please watch this video. All right. So let's go.
How much do you get paid when you buy products like toothpaste, cream and soap? Longreach is a shopping mall like ShopRite you're all familiar with. In ShopRite, you go there to buy your daily consumables like toothpaste, soaps, cream, roll-on, etc. and after buying, ShopRite tells you thank you and come again. But in Longreach, when you shop with us, we give you a special code and tell you, help us tell your friends, family, colleague to come shop with us, and each time they do, at the end of each week, Longreach appreciates your effort for telling these people about our shop by paying you some bonuses in cash. If ShopRite was paying us each time we shopped with them and refer others there, you can imagine how much we all would have made. For more information about Longreach,
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I would want you to help me to welcome. We are about to welcome a special personality. But before we do that and take our questions, we have 25 people on Facebook right now. We acknowledge all of you. Your presence is not being taken for granted at all. We are together. Our friends on Facebook, we really appreciate all of you, and we are grateful for all of you joining. I would want to read some few comments on the Facebook page shortly. Let me read some few comments on the Facebook page. So, okay, value. All right. So who else is watching us from Facebook? All right. So thank you all for joining us. We are about to receive our special guest who is going to share with us. Her personal experience as a leader and how she impacted and changed the company called Longreach International in Africa. Before we do so, let's watch this video about her.
What people laugh at, how people think it doesn't make sense, and what actually, that actually the secret of my success. And that is it for me, in fact. And then, never put yourself in the forefront. Always think about the benefit of others. I've never thought that I can become part of the ritual. In short, when I saw the preview, I was alarmed. It's not possible. It's not realistic. It cannot happen. You understand? But because I seek to help you develop, I seek to see where I can touch you. What can you do to achieve it? It's a team thing. It's everybody's effort that makes me. It's not just about me, it's ours. You understand? So I appreciate every single person that uses Longreach toothpaste, because your using Longreach toothpaste make me. I appreciate people that use Longreach sanitary pad, because they use the pad, I'm able to get to where I am today. maybe not tough, interested people to attain. If you look at all that I do, it's all about touching lives. So for me, it's a way of life. It's a passion. What again do I have to give? How can I benefit? How can I bring benefit to you? I don't ever think me, I think you first. When you put others first, God surely watches your back. So for me, it's never about me. It's always about what again can I give?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome back from this short commercial break. Today, I remind you again, the topic we are talking about today is the qualities of a good leader, practical qualities of a good leader. Our speaker, our special guest to share with us her practical experience as a good leader is a mother. She's a mother and she has children. She is the one who changed the face of Longreach International Business in Africa. Maybe you're on this call and you've not heard about Longreach before. It's an international company that have done so well, is into cosmetics, health and beauty products. And the woman who is going to share her practical experience as a leader who has transformed so many lives is through her leadership, Longreach International have built a manufacturing company, one of its kind in Africa, and is situated in the heart of Africa, which is Nigeria. In Nigeria, this factory is worth over 100 million US dollars. She is a leader of leaders across Africa and beyond. She has leaders in the Longreach business of over thousands, millions. Lots of them are star directors in this business. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I wish to hand over to Mama Titi. Please show some love for Mommy as she shares her experience with us. Please show some love for Mama. Show some love for her. Thank you very much. Mama, please, you are welcome. Thank you, Mama. You are welcome. We are privileged to have you. Over to you, Mom.
Over to me? How? I thought it's question and answer.
Okay, so
where
Mom,
are you going to?
I want you to give us an introduction, then I'll start my questions and answers.
Okay, introduction, you tell it all. My name remains Dr. Mrs. Jilape Olubisi Ejimagora, and I'm privileged to be a part of this global brand called Longreach. What again do you want me to say?
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as we heard our Mama, she just introduced herself and we've all heard it. Tonight, I want to remind everybody that the topic we are discussing here tonight is about qualities of a good leader. And we want to find out from Mama, Mommy, this is Scale Up. And on Scale Up, what we're doing here now is that we are trying to build more leaders in our business for them to also use these skills to go and build their leaders. Now, one of the things we are learning here is how to improve on our leadership qualities. We believe that if we are able to improve our leadership qualities and that of our team members, our employees in anywhere we do our business as a whole will scale up. We know that you are one of the pioneers, one of the people, in fact, the key person who have changed the face of Longreach business in the whole of Africa. We want to know a little bit about you. When you started this Longreach business, before you started Longreach business, what at all were you doing? What was it that you were doing that was keeping you, your family, and people? What exactly was your lifestyle before Longreach? This is what we want to know first. Then we look at how you scale that to change the face of long reach business in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your questions. Well, I've been in this industry for some time now, over 2 decades. In short, almost 2.5 decades. I've been in multi-level marketing industry. You see, I love to dare myself, to challenge myself. As most of you must have known, I stutters, I'm a stammerer, popularly called stammerer. I stutter while I'm talking, and how can I be doing talking business when I'm a stutterer? That on its own, it seems an impossible task, but that is what I want to do. That's what I love to do. That's the first thing, challenging myself to seeing that this industry can actually bring a smile to people's face. I've been privileged that, and I don't even know how God does it. If you have headache and I give you water, you will get cured. Sure, I should be a pastor somewhere. If you're like doing 1 miracle or the other somewhere, it's so, I don't know how, but God has been able to use me in bringing smiles to a lot of people's faces, health-wise. And of course, from health-wise, wealth started falling in as well. So that has been my story. I've been here and there, for those 20-something years. Was the beginning of this industry in Africa, where a tough terrain, nobody believed in me, nobody believed in us. People think that they take their vegetables and they don't drink, and they drink water. And so they don't need to supplement themselves. They are okay. Anybody come on giving you one excuse or the other why they cannot be okay. They see us as street hawkers. They see us as people that don't have work. They even see women and ladies as prostitutes. They are using only this business to cover up themselves while they go back prostituting themselves. So there's been so many negative things in the business in the beginning, but with determination, with persistency, and then when you're very tenacious, you know where you're going and you're focused on where you're going, you will surely get there. And so that has been the road. It's been rough in the beginning. It took me like 7 years, I think. Yes, 7 years before I got my first car in this industry. 7 years before I got my first car. It wasn't funny. But guess what? Within my first 4 years, I was able to I bought my first house through this business, but I didn't get an award, car award. I was in the industry when street mechanic got car. I am here when a cripple got a BMW in Tiashi in those days. And I didn't get a bicycle. But you know what happened? I was excited for them. They challenged me. I told myself, if a cripple can get a brand new BMW, I will get mine. And so I will go there, I will celebrate them, I will dance with them, I will, it's just been like that for me. I keep on celebrating success. People that I don't even know who they are, I will see them and I will scream at them, I'll be happy for them. That has been my story. I didn't know that my home will come, but I know that I will surely get mine at the right time. But you know what? It didn't come for 7 years. My 7th year, I could show you the picture, it's here, when I got my first car in this industry.
Wow.
And that was, and since then, no more going back for me.
Wow.
Since then, I've lost count as today. I don't even know how many cars I've gotten. Maybe 100, maybe 200 cars. I can't even remember how many cars I've gotten now. I've lost counts in getting cars in the industry. But so it takes time to build. It's not a get quick with scheme business. Don't envy people that are getting it today. Don't think it is net play. Don't think it is net dance. It is network. You've got to work. It's not a joke. You have to put in effort. You have to put in time. You have to develop yourself to be able to achieve success in this industry. It doesn't just come to your table. It's just like that. Nobody can do it for you. You have to be intentional on this. You have to intentionally want to achieve success. You have to be, just have to put yourself in it and work what works. That's the name of my book, You've got to work it. You don't play what works. You have to work what works. This industry works. This platform is a beautiful platform. It works. We have, as of now, I have over 10 million people that have been able to touch their lives one way or the other in this industry, and they are very happy. Everywhere they are, I'm also very happy for them. So it's not just about you work for 2 months, it's not working for me. I've talked to 10 people, nobody's answering me. I've done seminar 10 times, nobody comes from a seminar again. You keep on doing it, you keep on digging it, you keep on going about it. Who knows when it will be your turn to succeed? It took me 7 years. It can take you 1 year. It can take you 2 years. It can take you 6 months. It's possible, but you just must be at it. You have to learn from the ants. They don't give up. They keep on going. They keep on sowing. They keep on gathering. You just have to be like ants. You just have to keep on working at it and you'll succeed in it.
Okay, Mom, thank you very much. What you have said have really inspired us. And like you rightly said, you've been in the industry for years and you've been in other companies which are network-based. And well, it took you time to even build a house when other people were achieving cars and all that. But you got into Longreach business, and within a space of a very short time, you've built like a whole empire. You can't talk about Longreach worldwide without mentioning the name Mama Titi anywhere. We've seen leaders come and go, leaders come and quit, but we still see our inspired leader still in particularly the company like Longreach. Mommy, what leadership skills did you identify as necessary for you to build on or to develop in addition to whatever you had before that helped you to grow this huge empire?
Empowering others. You see, I look at you, I see your best attributes, and I keep you moving. I discover you and I eat on you. I don't allow you to rest. I have examples I can lay my hands on. I remember when Shane Oshofo first came for Longreach program. It took me time to get Shane to do the business. It took me a long time, maybe 3 to 6 months of talking to him, to convince him, to confuse him, before I was able to conceive him to do Longreach. His second time, I think, of coming to Longreach seminar, I told him, "You are training today." He was like, "Eh?" I said, "Yes, you are training today." And that was it. I do not saddle myself with everybody's responsibility. I do not want to be the one that will be showcased every day. I want to showcase as many people as possible. I look for your best attributes. What are you good at? High stutters. I cannot be an orator, but you can be. So go at it, run with it. You are good with money. Oh, yeah, start talking wealth. You are good at motivating. I see that in you. I pick you up. I will not allow you to rest. I keep on building you, giving you work to do, putting you on the spot, and that's what I do. I remember when I was in Abuja for 2 years, if I see you in seminar twice, I will call you next to come and do the training. People like, "Mama, no, I can't." You cannot do what? But you have been hearing. You cannot be hearing alone. You're not the bench warmer. Yeah, come and train again tomorrow. So I discover the talent in you. I don't ever criticize you in public. No, I'm a critic, but not in public. I will encourage you. You make mistake, I will still clap for you. Coming out to come and stand in front of people, just that alone is enough for me. Yes, she has done something beautiful. He has done something noble. You know, I keep on appreciating people, celebrating everybody, discovering their talent in them. You know, a lot of people have so much in them, but fear of unknown, not being able, you know, people trying to relegate them to the background. For me, no. I keep on telling everybody, you can do it. Everybody can do it. And from the majority that can do it, we pick the best 5, pick the best 10. And by the time because I know that for us to be as big as we are long which today is already very complex. It's going bigger than any one of us. Language is bigger than me, bigger than you, bigger than even the platform itself. You know, the way we are going, our growth is exponential. Nobody can claim to be the one behind everything. We all make it happen. We all made it. And why? And the reason is just that we try to discover the talent in each person in my team and keep on working that talent until it becomes super. And so we have 1 million of Sage Magua in Longreach. So imagine what 1 million of me will do in the business. Imagine what you are doing today, Kennedy. You understand? And as you're doing your here now, almost everybody in this platform too also have their own training. So the responsibility does not rest on me only, it rests on all of us. You do your own beating in your home, two people are there today. In the next 2 weeks, there will be 50, there will be 10, from 10, 30, then we can keep on growing. Gradually, we become big and big and big. And that's what I would do in language. Yes, motivate and empower people. You're very correct. So I encourage everybody to bring in new ideas. I respect not just the results, you know, not how good is a speaker you are, but the time that you put in, the effort that you put in. So I try to treat everyone as equals, but surely I also reward and celebrate top performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you not inspired? Drop some comments in the chat box. I've listened to Mama severally, but trust me, today I've digged out something. I've really digged out something, and I've gotten to know one of the top secrets that is making Mommy move forward and forward and forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you can relate very well with the earlier lecture we did. I'm sure you can relate the 3 skills of an effective leader: ability to guide and direct, effective utilization of skills, knowledge, and talent of others. This is what we're talking about here. Mommy has just told us that is one of her secrets. It's one of the things that she just did. Mom, I have a second question for you quickly. Now, like you rightly said, you said the likes of Shenhu, I'm sure Madam Oluchi and Vivian and all the rest of the top star directors and the leaders might have given you some tough times. Some of them were stubborn. They have different characters. Sometimes you identify a skill and you schedule the person. Today, you are hosting a presentation. Today, you are leading this team. In fact, this award, you will be the MC because I know you can do it. And the time will come and this leader will not show up. You put them on training, they will not come. You yourself will organize even a meeting. I've witnessed last year, when you were hosting Zoom meetings, I think it's even this year, and you were inviting Diamond 2s, 3 Diamonds, Diamond 1s to come and speak on your show. I'm sure there are people who even failed to come when you have hide them, put their pictures there, and you're expecting them to come, and you will be on time and they will not be on the program. How do you handle these difficult leaders? How were you able to do it?
Oh, well, we know that we are not perfect. We are all work in progress. None of us is perfect. And so something could have happened to them that might make them not be able to be available at that very point in time. I'm sure they would not intentionally want to disappoint me, because it's not about me, it's about them now. It's your turn to come and showcase yourself, come and show the world what you got. So it's not just about Ejimagora, it's about you now. So something somewhere might have happened to them for them not to be able to come. But you know what? You know me, I don't dwell on negativity. I've got so much positive energy around me that will not even allow me to, they're not giving me time to think about you not being available. If you're not available, 10 more are there to do. I will just tell you, who is there? Who can take this one up now? People are there, but yes, I can, yes, I will. You know, while I was in that training, it was so interesting for me, you know, because for each week, we have like 50 people that volunteer to do the same thing the same day. So we keep on scheduling them. You understand? So, you know, yes, there are difficult times, there are difficult challenges, but you know what? Happiness is from within. Nobody can make you happy. Nobody can change who you are. You do not allow your environment, people around you to change you. You determine who you want to be, what you want to be, and how you want to be it. So, bro, I decide I'm in control of my emotions. I do not allow events around me to control me. So I just move on and I take the best advantage of every minute I have. That is what I do in that situation.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so very much. I promised you that I'm going to take a short time from you. I don't want to keep you for so long, but there is a syndrome that seems to persist in every business. Sometimes you have leaders, people you've identified as leaders, always having negative thoughts. Two questions I want to ask you before I allow just 3 people to ask you a question. One of them is, how do you deal with leaders who always complain negatively about the business you are leading them to achieve a goal? And the second one is, Mama, everywhere internationally, globally, people mention your name. How were you able to manage different cultures, cultural challenges, language barrier? People attitude in their country is not the same as the attitude of the Nigerian. How are you able to manage people like me? Ghana, our attitude is not the same as Nigerians. UK people are different. UK people are straightforward, point blank. South Africans have their own character, like Vivian Mokome and the rest. How are you able to manage these cultural differences? And how are you able to sail through leaders who are always negative and complain about the business?
You see, when you call it complaint, I look at the question, I see as questions. And those complaints, you know, those people that bring the complaints, I turn it to a question for them to tell me the answer. What do you think? I will ask you a question that can bring all the answer from you. You understand? I will just ask you your thoughts about that issue. There's no cup in Nigeria. Language does not produce cup again. Why? See, there's no cup anywhere. I don't know. Okay, so what do you think we can do? You see, now after your complaint to a question to you, I just twist that complaint and make it and then you will now give me solution. And people that know me know that I don't have patience for negative thoughts. When you see a problem, I spent like 1 minute in looking at problem. It could take me 100 minutes to look for solution. I will tell you, what is the solution? This is the challenge. Yes, I've seen the challenge. What is the solution? Fuel is now 300 naira per liter in Nigeria. Maybe I don't know how much it's for in Nigeria, Okay, so what is the solution? So the solution is that I need to do more, make more money for me to be able to afford to buy enough fuel to my car, so I don't have to complain about the price of fuel. So go and get me solution. Not just, and then I respect ideas. I respect intelligence. You understand? So while I don't criticize you, I ask open questions. What do you think? What happened when we did this in the past? Do you have any experience in this? How were you able to solve this problem when it happened to you in your home? So when you ask people questions, then they will give you their solution to that problem. That is how we are working in this business. That's how I am working in this business.
Wow. And Mom, what about the cultural differences? How are you able to manage different cultures?
My brother, human, we are all the same. Our loves, our likes, our needs are the same. Yes, we could be born in different environments, different climates, different culture, but who loves to be lied to? Who doesn't love honesty? Who doesn't love integrity? Who doesn't love to be respected? No culture, you understand, will say you should be insultive. And guess what? Or just a smile alone makes life easy. Today, on this platform, just on my screen now, the biggest smile on this screen today is Sarah Lawson's smile. She's there, beaming at it beautifully there. Okay, you want to envy her, now you're not smiling as well. So bad. No. Sarah Lawson's smile is the biggest smile I can see on this platform, followed by Pastor Pamela. At least right on my space now. Then guess what? Michael too, Olawoni, also give me a very lovely smile, while others are giving me smiling faces. You understand what I'm talking about? So what are we saying here? Can you imagine even Stella Hadiemo too, with that her lovely smile? Smiles have no culture, have no climate, have no environment. It melts down everybody's heart. So go out there and be happy. Make yourself just smile to people and you get the best out of them.
Wow. Smile, 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 smile. Can you put a smiling emoji in the chat box? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that this is Scale Up. This is Scale Up, and we just want to scale up in our leadership qualities. We want to scale up our followers to leadership. We want to scale up our business. We want to have a different mindset for our business. And the only way to achieve this is scale up. I want to acknowledge our sponsors, our main title sponsors, Longreach International. If not for Longreach, I'm not sure most of us would have been connected here. So we want to thank Longreach International so much for bringing us together through their wonderful platform and products. Maybe you are here, you are new, you don't know what we are talking about. Longreach is a global company. They manufacture cosmetics and personal care products and beauty and healthcare products. All they do is that they give us these products to use and we share with our families and friends. Through that, we connect with one another and they reward us with wealth. That is all that Longreach do. We thank you, Chairman Zoo, for connecting us through Longreach. We also want to thank Longreach Reality TV, who is taking this feed and then broadcasting it across the world for us. After this program, you can get a recording on Longreach Reality TV. Then Club PGW, Ogashenhu, we thank you so much and we acknowledge you. Before we take Mama's final words, we want to give an opportunity. Please, no, let me acknowledge the presence of all star directors on this call, all star directors of Longreach International. Please, if you're on the call, please, I acknowledge you. I salute you with all respect. If I'm not able to mention your name, pardon me, but I really acknowledge all star directors on this call. Before Mama gives us her final words, we want to give the privilege to 3 people at least, maximum 3 people, to ask Mommy any question that borders on her leadership abilities in bringing Longreach to the state that it is in Africa. All I need you to do is just raise your hand. And once you raise your hand, my producers, Sylvia Lawson and Lois, are going to unmute you so that you can ask your question. Please, anybody with a question, can you raise your hand? And you're going to be unmuted. Yes, any question or any comment for our Mama?
Hey, no question.
Wow. Meaning we've understood everything. We don't have any question for our Mama. Are you sure? Okay. Bisola Orimalede. All right. Sylvia, can you please unmute her? Thank you very much. Please, you have the floor. Can you introduce yourself, where you are joining us from? If you're a Longreach business owner, you can tell us about your rank and then fire.
Thank you for accepting me. My name is Bisola Orimalade. I'm from England. I just started Longreach yesterday.
Ooh,
So thank you. So
you're welcome.
I'm a newbie, a baby. So my question to you, Mama, thank you. I've been listening to you and I aspire to be where you are. Thank you very much for all that you've said to inspire me. So I would like to ask a question. What advice would you give me as a newbie starting today to get to where you are or to get to the next level? What advice would you give me today?
Very simple, Bisola. Very simple. What made you join the business? You do not see the first 72 hours of you joining the business matters a lot. What you do in the first 72 hours of joining the business is being on fire. Keep on talking about this opportunity to as many people as possible. Never limit yourself. Keep on talking to everybody, both known and unknown. Don't limit yourself to people that you know alone. People that you don't know, park your car and start entering buses. Get flyers, get a contact, a card ready. Share it to people. Let people contact you and ask you more. Invite them for the next training. Invite as many people as possible for the next training. Don't make the mistake of training anybody yet because you don't know anything to train them now. Instead, invite your leader that knows more about the business to help you in doing your first training. Or fix a date for yourself. The next 5 days, the next 7 days, organize a training. All the people that you have invited, that you have contacted, that you're dropping your contact number with, get the numbers as well and follow up on them as early as possible. Don't be a burden on them. Don't overdo it. Try and plan it. Send a message within 24 hours. Send a reminder again next 72 hours. Give a call a day to the event and send a reminder the last same day, like 3-4 hours to the event as well, and see how many people are able to come for your first event. That is the beginning of your business. Don't ever stop. Keep on running at it, and trust me, you will be up there in no time.
Thank you very much, Mama. You keep the fire burning in us all the time. Before we go over and take Anita Kwe on Zoom, I want to read a question from Facebook. All our Facebook fans, our Facebook viewers, our Facebook participants, we acknowledge all of you, your presence from all different countries. Please, you can share Long Reach TV Network Facebook link and let people also benefit. We have Ogunma Mary Everest asking Mama a question. Mama, please tell us more how you were able to control these leaders when you just get started, like when you were still in Diamond 3 and below. How did you do it? This is a question coming from Ogunma on Facebook.
Note that before I joined Long Reach, I was number 2 in the world in another company entirely. And so I have been there. I've been number 1 in Africa since 2004. That's some 17 years now. So it's not a new terrain for me. And you know, Long Reach, my Diamond 3, just me and my family. The very first day I joined Long Reach, I think I was almost Diamond 5, Diamond 4 that same day. Because I did my VIP, my sons, my husband, and my daughter's VIP. And you know, we just 2 VIP on that, I'm already Diamond 3. So I had 4 Diamond 4, my very first of joining Long Reach. And right then, I had Rita with me, who also did their own VIP as well. I had this other lady with me too that did their own VIP and Oba in as well. So the same day I joined the business, I had about 8 or 9 VIP under me. I think I was close to, if not Diamond 4 on that same day. So it was easy for me. I had people that I'm used to, people that I've known for years that we're working together. So we know ourselves, they are leaders, they know what to do. In short, guess what? I wasn't even serious in the business in the beginning. I just bought the products and I walk away. Rita was putting all her efforts in the business, doing the business. The only thing I knew that was that they coming out, she sent my account number to them that I have money to make. And I'm like, how can I make money here when I didn't do anything here? So for me, why at that level you're asking me for, it was easier. As I was growing older in the business, it became difficult because leaders, you know, are like, okay, we are also leaders too, so you can't tell us what to do. You know, who do you think you are? You know, it always comes in every business, even in every organization, even in the banking industry, in oil industry, in every industry, you see that happening everywhere. But you know what? With humility, with patience, with understanding, with knowing that we are all humans and that we always have our ups and downs, it will be easier for you to manage people.
Thank you very much, Mama. We want to take a question from Anita Kwe. I guess this is the last question. So Anita Kwe, please, you have the floor. Introduce yourself and then ask your question. Anita Kwe.
I think we've lost her.
Anita, please, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? We would love to hear your question. Okay, Anita is asking me to unmute her. Anita, I've unmuted you. Try again, please. Try again. Try again, Anita. Try again.
All right. Yes. Thank you very much, Mama T. It's really been an inspiring session for me personally, and I know based on the comments we are receiving, everybody is inspired. You are such a mentor. You are such an inspirational leader for all of us, and we look up to you. My question, I think that you answered part of it.
Anita, can you introduce yourself if you are a partner?
My name is
Long Reach?
Anita. Yeah, my name is Anita Kwe. I'm a partner of Long Reach. I'm actually the stockist at Oyarifa today. Yeah.
In where? Which country?
In Ghana.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So my question is, as a leader, I know leaders sometimes we always look up to them and we think that they never have issues. But I want to ask you, have you had low moments in this language business, and how have you been able to manage through those low moments? Because I know it's not always rosy. We always see you smiling, but behind the smiles, there's a lot of work. There are low moments that you go through. Let us understand those low moments and how you manage them, so that once we go through same moments, we'll be able to push through. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anita. As you know, like I said, we are all work in progress. Of course, there are low moments in every sphere of life. But you know what? I do not allow those moments to encapsulate me and to mold me to whom I don't want to be. I do not give chance to negativity, even though it's staring me like this in the face. I keep on looking for the silver lining every now and then. No mother would love to lose any of his or her children. That is a low moment for me. You understand? But you know, when I look, even Christ said, if you have 100 sheep and you lose one, you leave the 99 that you had and you go about looking for that one. Not because that one is better than 99, but because nobody wants to lose anything one has or one have. So it happens every now and then, but strong will, determination, refusing to allow low emotions to control me keeps me. I intentionally refuse to allow such moments, to mold me. So you see, this business is all about being intentional. You just have to be intentional. Sometimes it could be your spouse, it could be your husband, it could be your children, it could be your friend, that might just give you the strength that you do not expect. What will you do? If you have low moments in your marriage, will you quit your marriage? If your children are having difficulties, what will you do to your children? It is human relationship. See, managing people is the most difficult thing to do. Managing a home is the most difficult thing to do. Managing adults of different background, cultural, economical, social, different background will be more overwhelming for whosoever and for anybody. So behind the smiles, yes, there are tears behind the smiles, but how long do I give those emotions? Very few minutes, and I work on. I also, today's program is also motivating me. See, most of the time I may not join live in the program, but I listen to almost all the programs. I also learn from everybody. I learned from even Diamond One, from Q Silver. There is something that I learned from everybody, and that keeps me going. That makes my the total me. So picking from you and from every other person makes me to be who I am today, my darling Anita. So those are the reasons why the smiles are more than the tears. Surely there are tears, but I would not allow my tears to overweigh me down. I always look at the silver lining in every darkness.
Thank you very much, Mommy. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you agree with me that Mommy has stayed with us for more than 1 hour. And I really appreciate all of you for being on this call today. Sincerely speaking, I really appreciate all of you. Without your presence here, who would Mommy have shared her experience with? Only myself? No. But we believe that the over 100 people on this call today on Zoom and the over 50 people on Facebook as we speak, whatever value we have taken today, we're going to take home and we're going to impact on the rest of the people. Just to summarize what we've learned today, Mommy's secret is empowering other people, identifying the people and empowering them. Please, if you are not doing that and you're thinking of you and you and you, please, please, please stop it. It is no longer about you, it's about others. Also, building and utilizing the skills and knowledge and talent of other people. That is what Mommy says. She makes use of other people's skills and talent. She makes them to shine while she praises them and appreciate them and reward them. Another thing also is we don't criticize in public. It's one of my weaknesses, and I've learned from that. Sometimes I get fired up, I get irritated when in public we're doing something, I don't get things going the way I planned it, the way I expect people to have done it. I can't stand it. The team I work with knows about it. I just can't stand. I'm there and I see the things not going the way it has to go. Immediately, the temptation is that I'll get fired up and I'll criticize immediately. I know it is not good. Yes, it is not the best. That is my weakness. That is my weakness. But today I've learned and gotten value that I need to control it. I need to learn not to do that publicly. Maybe after the program, I can behind the scene get it rectified. That is what I have learned. What have you learned? Drop what you've learned in the chat box and appreciate and celebrate in public. Don't dwell on negativity. Don't dwell on negativity. And for those who complain in your team, ask them for the solution to their complaint. If they complain to you, ask them, so what is the solution? And you all get going. Mommy, we want to thank you so much for what you've given us today. We want to take your final words as we draw the curtains to a close. But after Mommy's final words, take note. Next week, same time, we have another powerful topic. Just be on the lookout. You can't. Mommy have just opened the floor. We bring in amazing personalities like Mommy and the rest who are going to share their experiences with us. So, Mommy, we take your final words as we bring the curtains to a close.
There's no final word for me. My words, it's not going to end just like that. The truth is, I love you all and I appreciate the time I spent with you. And I know that if you are all determined and we are all intentional, the sky will be our stepping stone. Oh my God, you are playing this again. I know that the sky will be our stepping stone. Let's go out there and be intentional. Let's go out there and take over the world. We can all do it. We can achieve it. It is possible. Let's work what works. Together, we will succeed together. See you all at the very top.
Thank you very much, Mommy. Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, this is where we bring today's event. We are most grateful. I want to acknowledge the presence of my producers, those who supported me in bringing this show to you. Lois behind the scene. Lois did all the research, put all the materials together, the slides that we are hearing or we witnessed today. Lois, I appreciate you. Can you unmute yourself and just say bye-bye to our people? Sylvia Lawson also on the side as my co-host. Sylvia, I appreciate all that you are doing. I'm most grateful unto you for all your hard work. Lois, can you please give the vote of thanks? Let's appreciate Mommy and say bye-bye. Lois.
Hi, Daddy, I'm around. Mommy, on this note, we want to say a very, very big thank you. You truly are an inspiration to our generation and generations unborn. We really, really are going to be intentional and are going to take everything you said to heart. I also want to thank Daddy for giving me this opportunity. I'm really grateful. I really learned a lot from you, and I'm so thankful. To all the star directors on the call now, we say God richly bless you. And to everyone who made it to today's program. God is good. Bless you. Next week, same time, we have yet another exciting package coming your way. Thank you all so much. God bless us all.
Thank you all and have a wonderful night. You can all unmute yourself and say bye-bye. You can unmute yourself and say bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you
Love you.
Thank you for
Very much.
Hope we can get a replay
All the best.
on
All right, for the
Facebook.
replay, please just go on Facebook. Let me post the link. Let me post the link right now. I'm posting the link for the replay in the chat box.
Does it really matter?
All those who want the replay, I've posted the link.
Without you,
I've not seen the link. Thank you.
Can you see the
What's the
link
link?
now?
No, I can't see it yet.
1 second.
No link
1
yet.
second. All right, the link is there. I've posted the link. So watch and share, watch and share, watch and share.
Joy to welcome our mother, our leader, Miss Titi Love.
It was the link now.
Please, have you seen the link?
Yes.
Okay. So just go watch playback, share with your team. Let's meet next week. Let's meet next week.
Okay, so we join to Facebook.
For all Liberians, this is the platform to be in. So when you use the product, you improve your health. And then as we introduce others to it, then you start to earn weekly, you start to win trips, and you start to live a better life.
Wow, that's just all I could say. The experience has been wonderful. It has been adventurous because I've learned so many things from the process, and I've been evenly impacted. And also, I'm so excited about the future because the weekly alert is something else to talk about.
This is a platform that has bring hope from zero to hero. This is the only platform in my 23 years plus in this industry where I was seeing millions of people becoming multi-millionaires